Hello, YouTube Nation. It's me, Lex, on the channel, Mr. Miscellaneous. I want to thank you for tuning in again to this channel. Please don't forget to like and subscribe on the button below there. Thank you very much. As you've seen the illustration before I came on just now, that is not fiction at all. That is truth. It has been said that truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities while truth is not. That was said by a great American writer, Mark Twain, 1835 to 1910. He was a lecturer, a publisher. He also said that the only difference between reality and fiction is that fiction needs to be credible. That being said, what you saw there is all true. That's it happened in Las Vegas. This happened in Las Vegas, Nevada. A young girl, 1-year-old, Saya Deal. Last name was Deal. First name was Saya. Was the little girl's name. Her father locked her in a vehicle. Father, 27-year-old Sidney Deal, he locked his daughter in the car, and several attempts were made to allow him to let them break the window so they can get the girl out. The girl was strapped to her car seat. Officers got there, and the officers said they saw the child was breathing. He refused. He said it's a new car. He didn't want to break his window. Back and forth. He just absolutely would not let them get this little 1-year-old child out. The mother was not there. It was just the father. Even his brother came. His brother made several attempts to break the window. He wouldn't allow, the father would not allow his brother to break the window. He said he's called a tow truck, and he wanted to wait for the tow truck to arrive. So this child was in a vehicle for a whole hour. We're talking 60 minutes that they left this little baby, little precious child in the car for a whole hour, going back and forth. Put it in your comment below. What would you have done in this situation? You come across a parent that doesn't want to do the right thing, and you're able to do the right thing. What do you think the officers should have done? What do you think the father's brother should have done, or that child's uncle? What should he have done in this situation? To make a long story short, eventually an officer broke the window. They got the child out, 1-year-old Saya Deal. They got her out, but it was too late. She was dead. So this child died because the father did not want to break the window on his new vehicle. That's simply unacceptable. It's outrageous that in this day and age, 2020, we still have these kind of things going on. And this goes on a lot, where parents lock their children in the car for whatever reason. Now, mind you, the father, Sidney Deal, he flagged down officers to, I'm not sure why he flagged down officers, because when they got there, he wouldn't allow them to break the window of the car. Instead, he called his brother. He called his brother, and he didn't allow the brother to break the window either. So the child was just in the car for a whole hour. Come to find out, this happened on Monday. This happened this past Monday, October 7th, in Las Vegas. Upon further research, it's been found out that there's been several reports of abuse of this young, precious 1-year-old Saya Deal. There's been several cases of abuse that's been reported. They're actually thinking that the child might have been already dead before he staged this scene to cover up. the child might already been dead. He just strapped it to the car seat, locked the car. He stated he had the air conditioner on in the car, that the child was okay. So with the air conditioner on and the child in the car, if the air conditioner is working, the child should still be alive in a new vehicle. We're not talking of some old car, some old vehicle. It's supposed to be a new vehicle he just purchased. He said he left the AC on, and that within 1 hour, the child was dead. So that does sound fishy. They say if it walks like a duck, it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, most often times it is a duck. So it is believed that the child was already dead before he even staged the whole scene, before the officers arrived, before his brother arrived. This is all a big hoax, you know. That child was already dead. I'm not sure how the child died, but there's been several cases of abuse reported about this poor sire deal. It's been said that one of the neighbors said that that child was actually in the vehicle for 2 hours and not the 1 hour that the father claimed. So I'm not sure if the air conditioner was even on. There's no reports of that. But the father has been arrested, thankfully, for felony child abuse. I think they're leaving it at that right now because they're trying to determine the cause of death. So the coroner is going to determine the cause of the child's death. And then if it is found that he was the cause, then I'm sure he'll be charged with murder. So I think he just possibly caught a body on this case here. To say someone is catching a body means that they've murdered somebody. So he basically just murdered his own daughter. It's just ridiculous. The abuse, the violence, the neglect that is directed towards children. With that being said, with that as the backdrop, I want you to know that tomorrow, Sunday, October 11, 2020, is International Day of the Girl Child. International Day of the Girl Child. This was declared by the United Nations, and this started back in October 11 of 2012. It supports, this basically is to support more opportunity for girls and increase awareness of gender inequality faced by girls. According to statistics, it says more than 62 million girls around the world had no access to education as of 2014, possibly worse now. In 2012, the theme was to end child marriage. In a lot of cultures, a lot of traditions, religions, it is acceptable to marry a child. In 2013, it was the theme for International Day of the Girl Child in 2013 was innovating for girls' education. In 2014, it was empowering adolescent girls, ending the cycle of violence. In 2015, the theme was the power of adolescent girl. Vision for 2030. 2030. That's how far out this is projected. In 2016, girls progress was the theme. Girls progress. That was the theme back in 2016. Girls progression. What counts for girls? That was the slogan or the theme back in 2016. In 2017, it was empower girls before, during, and after crisis. Empower girls before, during, and after crisis was the theme. On Twitter, the hashtag would be Day of the Girl. It is just, it's amazing. The first to be trafficked for sex or child labor is the girl child. They're the very first to be trafficked for sex or child labor. They are the very first to be targeted for violence or abuse. They are the first to be exploited. And I'm speaking of the girl child. They are the first to be exploited as tools of war. The girl child is also the first to lose out on their childhood. The girl child is the first to lose out on their childhood. It's been said that girls with dreams become women with vision. In a lot of cultures, there is preference given to the boy child. A lot of cultures around the world give preference to the boy child. Some cultures go as far as to, I hate to say it, to, I guess, give away the child. If it comes out as a girl, they give the child away, or they are after boy. They're after the boy child. It is worthy of note that in actuality, the girl child grows up to be the one that actually takes the most care of the parents in most cases. It is a girl child that takes the most care of the parents in most cases, because the young boy, the boy child, grows up to become a man. He goes off and marries. Even scriptural, it says that the male will leave his family and become one with his wife. So the male child, the boy child, leaves. They have to now cater to their family. It is more often than not the girl child that takes care, that grows up and takes care of the parents. I've heard also that James Brown said it's a man's world. I've heard a lot of men say, oh, I wear the pants in this family. But more often than not, it is the woman that picks out the pants that the man wears. The woman picks out the pants that you're wearing, my friend. The woman washes those pants. She picks it out for you too. So yeah, you might wear the pants, but she picked it out. We have to do all we can to focus attention on the plight, the condition of the girl child in this day and age, even in 2020. Leave it in the comment below. What do you think should happen to the father of this 1-year-old child that was left in the car for what we're hearing now, 2 hours? What should happen to him if it is found that he is the cause of her death? It is it's just outrageous that we're still going through things like this, and you see this in the news consistently. Children left in the car, boy, girl, just left in the car. People are just doing so much, running this rat race, losing their minds. Children are God's gifts. They are God's gifts. And you have to do everything you can to nurture, to develop those gifts for them, so they can become everything that God has created them to be. Because you were once also a child. One of my favorite female singers. Beyonce, back in 2011, she came out with a song. The song was Run the World. Who run the world? Girl, girl, who run the world? Girl, girl, who run the world? Girl, girl, who run the world? Again, thank you for taking your time listening to my channel. I appreciate you coming back. Do like and subscribe so that you won't miss out on any of the fresh topics that we'll have. God bless, and please, please, please do say a prayer for the young 1-year-old child, Sayadil. I pray that God will bless her soul and God would comfort her mother for losing her child. Do come back and see us. Thank you.